What is it?
It's time to go back.
So I guess I'm back to teaching college philosophy. You know, I was damn good at what I did. But when I stopped teaching a year and a half ago, I thought that was it. It was over. I wasn't just done where I was teaching, I was done with that role. I was done with that costume. I was done with that identity. I grieved it, I mourned it, and then I let it go, believing I was on the next stretch of my journey and that my time spent teaching had taught me all it was supposed to. And yet here I am, now staring at the ghost of the man I believed I buried and moved forward from. That's a bit poetic, but the point still stands. Since last year, since hanging up my blazers, I looked everywhere and for everything that could be what comes next. I was invited to join the YouTube's Creator Partnership Program. I began focusing on making content, tried to do so regularly, and by the end of the year, I made just over $11 in ad revenue. To which I never got paid, by the way, as YouTube demonetized my channel just to avoid paying me almost $12. I started writing again. I became an active contributor to the Institute of Art and Ideas. I started what can only really be described as independent ministry. I filled in doing whatever and wherever I could, utilizing both my ordination and my chaplaincy training. I became a handyman, doing renovation, construction, landscaping, and all sorts of other handy-mandy projects to make ends meet and pay the bills. I laughed as I thought about how much it felt like the plot of a 90s sitcom on TGIF. He's a former philosophy professor turned handyman after his wife came out as gay and left him with the kids. Now he works with his hands instead of his mind, all while pursuing a better life for himself and his kids. Hijinks ensue. Philosopher in the Basement. Fridays this fall after Family Matters. I'm still workshopping the name. Anyway, nobody is hiring. And I promise, it's not just some political thing where I'm going to talk about, Trump firing the person that reported on the lack of jobs in the country. That happened, but that's not what this is about. My point is, you would think something like breweries would be cool with me and I'd fit in slinging beers. Nope. Even the grocery stores say I'm overqualified and so won't even give me an interview. Though that would make another great sitcom. Former instructor of the year now works behind the deli. And how have I been getting by? By the grace of God. That's how. Trust me, more than anyone else. I'm surprised I've lasted this long. Hell, I'm truly surprised I'm actually still around. And through all those applications, through so many interviews, throwing so much against the wall to see what sticks, what do I end up landing? A teaching gig at another college. For philosophy. I'm not that guy anymore. Or at least I don't think I am. But apparently, the universe has other plans. The universe thinks I may still be that guy. So, as I dust off my old blazers, as I see if I still feel comfortable in them, as I dig out my old notebooks and books and old notes, as I try to remember my old jokes, and just how the hell to teach, period. How the hell I move in that space as I try to remember the old scripts I ran through teaching each course. One thing remains the same. I really care about you. I think you matter more than anything else in this world. Yes, you. That's never changed. You're worth far more than you could ever possibly know, and I won't ever tire of trying to convince you of that truth. No matter what form it takes me doing so. I've been struggling through all of this trying to figure out what is really real, and then it hit me. The very words I used to say, but somehow forgot. "What is real?" asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana came to tidy the room. "Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and a stick-out handle?" "Real isn't how you are made," said the skin horse. "It's a thing that happens to you when you've been loved." What is really real? Whatever is really real, all of that real reality, it's all just a byproduct of love. Real is a thing that happens to you through love. And so if I'm not quite done with the classroom, and the costume might fit differently now, if I hold myself differently, one thing that never died, the one thing that keeps going, the one thing that maybe even grew stronger and more certain is this: love. And I'm still here to prove it to you. all of that to say, all of that to say to all the new students, all the new people that are inevitably going to stumble across all of this, you know, the internet trail of what I've been up to the past year and a half. Well, here it is. I never once said I had it all together, and oof, I still don't. This is proof of that. I'm still trying to figure it out. There's a German saying, "Rückwärts in dem Himmel fallen." It means falling backwards, tumbling backwards into heaven. Maybe that's all any of us are doing. So, when I'm up there teaching you, or just, interacting with you, I'm no different than you are. I'm in the same trenches. And believe me, now more than ever, I'm probably more surprised than you are that life has taken me back here to where it's taken me. But you know what? I'm actually really looking forward to figuring it out with you this time. In the same trenches. Just now, more real than ever. So, time to strap on the costume. Time to go make everything else more real. And the world will be better for this. And as always, it's so much better for having you in it as well.